Here we go, my friends. Guild Battle Destiny's Flight 22-1. Let's go. Today we got Red Velvet Dragon and the good old Machine God of the Eternal Void. And we're going to break everything down for you so that you have a clear-cut view on how to crush this here for your guild today. Thank you for tuning in as always. Questions, comments along the way, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always. Let's get started with the Red Velvet Dragon here, my friends. Couple things here. When it comes to this one, as always, we are almost at that level 200, which is awesome. Down below here, you can see all the movesets. The Red Dragon's scales passive there, the reflection back to the attacker. A couple things on this. We got our two team ideas here. We do have the Poison team above there and the Darkness team right there. In terms of what some of those presets look like, you can go ahead and hit apply. What we are running here is sometimes Matcha used to be there. They switched into Dark Choco. We're actually running with Rebel Cookie in this particular team here, and how we're going to operate today. The biggest thing with this one here is that gear set, though. Making sure a couple different things. If you want to, you can run attack here. You might need to use Solid Almond, which is what we're going to use just for a little bit better survivability. With that one here, we're on lots of attack. If we go in the beast kit here, we got some cooldown. Here we got some attack. You can move things around if you need to. Here we got cooldown, lots of damage and poison damage, attack and attack. And then last but not least here, we do have Solid Almond to keep Candy Apple alive, my friends, with some more poison damage there for us here today, okay? So very key in terms of this particular team and layout. Let's go ahead and go for the run. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Here we go. We'll go at 2.5. And it is going to be fast, just like that. Now, the big thing to pay attention to here down below is, again, if Candy Apple is surviving well, you want to flip over to attack or get some of that other damage in there. There we got Shadow Milk all the way now. In the shadow form. As you can see, we're doing just fine with Solid Almond on our Rebel Cookie. Again, some things that you may want to change around in swaps so that you can deal even more damage. There we go. 3.3 billion with this team here, my friends. Very, very nice. All right. So that is our Red Velvet Dragon team here for today. If you want to skip through that quickly, they do allow that now, so you can feel free to do that. And then the next one here is Machine God of the Eternal Void. So this one here, the big piece here is we are over level 200, which is awesome. I love this boss. Additionally here, water is the key piece, okay? So when we go to those team ideas, you're going to see two water teams here. We are running the Sea Fairy team because we can take advantage of that Crystal Jam and absolutely crush it with the team, okay? Let's go ahead into our edit so you can see that. Once again, I do have that Crystal Jam right there. Ally type water damage up 37%. If we can get that up even higher, even better, okay? A couple things here that you can see. We got some pretty low level stuff, quite frankly, which is great. As the #1 free-to-play player here, you can see exactly how I play out. If you need to, you can use mileage points, those kinds of things as well, particularly for frilled jellyfish here, and get that cookie. Additionally, as we drill into our team, that gear once again is very important. We're heavily focused on water damage, okay? We got speed here and water damage. Here again, we're on cooldown, more water damage and attack speed. Here we're on attack, more water damage, attack. To move this over to water damage, you got it. And then additionally, last but not least, more water damage. So this team absolutely cranks because we do have that ability to really go after this boss here with water damage. Once again here, what I love about this is we are at that level 200. I love seeing it like this in the red. Very, very cool. You can see here too, we got the vulnerable to water damage in here. And then as we pay attention to our team, this thing can deal a lot of damage. However, we have the right enough in terms of heal and survivability here so that they don't get wiped as we're going through. Here we are. Here we are. 2 seconds. 0 seconds, and there we have it, my friends. Almost 6 billion in damage. So awesome. That is our Machine God of the Eternal Void here for us today. All right, look at that, my friends. The two teams for us to take down RVD and Machine God of the Eternal Void. Fast paced, furious pace there, getting nice high scores, dropping our guild up in rank, which is awesome, or improving that rank. Get out there, take advantage of these, because you get some amazing, amazing rewards. So stay on top of it for your guild, my friends. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Any questions or comments, certainly let me know. If you're a guild looking for players, players looking for a guild, the Discord server is a great spot as well. With that, thank you once again, and I appreciate your support. And until next time, my friends, keep on running.